Okay, Mara, go on, go lay down. Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Tom with What's Tom Doing. So in previous videos you've seen my off-road trailer, and I'm trying to figure out a little bit of heat for the tent. I thought about a buddy heater. I actually even have one, but I'm just a little afraid of fire, I guess, inside the tent, flame going and all that. So anyhow, I bought this little Chinese diesel heater, and I'm gonna install it in or on the trailer somehow. My first thoughts was to mount it on the inside of the trailer. It kind of messes up the orientation of everything I got in there. So then I got thinking that well, and I also have a battery on the trailer that's not charged directly when I'm running, but I charge it up before I leave the house, and it's for what I used it for, which was literally nothing. I just charged my phone at night and my hearing aids, and it was actually too much voltage for the lighting on the inside of the tent, so I really didn't use the battery much at all. I was hoping I could fire this thing with that battery, although I brought it in on the bench. I've already unboxed this thing, by the way, and tried to fire it, and even though I had a full charged battery, without the battery charger going, it would give me a code of not enough voltage. So what I'm decided I'm going to do is I'm going to scrap that battery, and I'm going to take the battery out of the Army can, and I'm going to put it in here. Now, it didn't really fit. It's too tall, for one. Well, I mean, that's really the only problem, is it's too tall. The vent, the intake and the exhaust come out the bottom of this thing. Down here. And the fuel line from the diesel fuel goes down and goes around there. To make it fit in this can, I've already done some modifications, and I've been playing with this thing, and now I've decided I'm going to start videoing how I do this. But so there was another one just like this on the bottom. This is part of it, but I've cut it. I've already cut it off right there, so I'm down as low as I can go and still not be on the bottom of this Army can, and that gets me about a ½ inch or so on top, and I can close the lid. I'm gonna go ahead and modify this just so it looks good, and it'll be, I'll lose the handles, but I'm going to get this mounted in this Army can. And one of the first things I'm going to do, though, while it's out, is every video you watch on these things, I say you should replace the fuel line. So I just went to O'Reilly's and I bought this fuel line, and it is definitely thicker, but I'm going to, that's what I'm going to do this morning right now, is I'm going to put this on that thing, and then I'll get busy and I'll trim this, tighten it all back up, and then I'm going to have to cut some holes in the ammo can and get it all fit in there. So let's just get started. Well, I must say I did also take it and hook it to the Jeep battery in the Jeep. For whatever reason, that battery would fire off every time. Don't know why that other one on the bench wouldn't do it, but I've already had this thing apart several times. I bought the right size hose. I don't think I bought the right size hose. Shoot. Alright, well I got that line changed out. I hope that was, don't know if it's really necessary, I guess, but it is a heavier line, thicker walled line. Last thing I need is for this thing to spring a leak, and it's inside that box, and you know, it'd be a pain in the butt after that. So put this all back together now. Hopefully I don't have to take it apart anymore. I think I've had this thing apart about 4 times. But truthfully, they're really a pretty simple unit. It's just a pump and a burner and forces air through it. Have to have this on there, but I'm going to put a strap over this thing to hold it in place in the box. I can't have it bouncing around anything. So yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and it does make for a nice, well, it's got to either come off or be cut down. Basically what I'm going to do is I've got intake here, exit here. I'm going to cut me a little over 3-inch hole right there. I got some piping to go on that. It'll blow out. I'll put some holes over here. 2 holes on the bottom for the intake and the exhaust. Put a strap across this. Bolt it down. What could go wrong? I'm going to cover this with a piece of plastic and put a plug on the end of this. That'll go to the Jeep. Alright. Okay, well, we got a hole cut in the bottom. Now then, let's see how it fits. Gonna be kind of hard to tell because you can't see. It doesn't actually stick out the bottom, which is fine. That's the intake. This is the exhaust. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of room. Huh. So I got an intake cold air line there. exhaust will come out there. Should work fine. Well, it's in there. I still have to put a strap around it. But this is my intake. I'm going to put a screen mesh over that. There's the exhaust. And still got to figure this out, but I was hoping to have a solid piece sticking out there. That'll go up into the tent, of course. And yeah, so it's just I'm gonna double side that and stick it right there. The control wire, I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do there. I'd like to have a plug, a hot wire plug right to there that can then go to, you know, the Jeep, which I'll park right beside it. And then I just plug it in. I've got a cable here with gator clips on the end. I'm thinking if I could put a plug like this right there, should work. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Then I just got to mount it on the trailer, which shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, so after a little bit of trial and error, I have come up with this. I'm going to set this pretty much all the way to this side. That way I can get to this connection for the hot air to come out and clamp it down. I can still clamp that down. I'm going to get another section of pipe. Yeah, I'm not going to use this stuff. I thought I could use that stuff, but a dryer hose pipe that I can, 3-inch, that I can actually just hook to that, go up into the Jeep. That leaves a pretty good sized hole here, which is fine for intake. I'm going to get some mesh screen to put over this. I've made this bracket that is going to sit down in here. So squeaky. Anyway, get the drift. That's going to hold that down. So I decided before I bolt this thing all the way down in there, I want to make sure it was going to work. This is just I haven't got that clamped down yet, but it's working good. Just kind of got a hot wire down to the Jeep for the voltage to get it started. It's kicking out nice warm air. Pump's not too annoying. Hasn't been going very long, but crank it up a little bit. I'm gonna let that run for just a little bit. See what it's gonna do. Check back with you soon. So this is working just fine. I had it cranked way up. I had my other heater going too, but I really decided I can't bolt this down just yet. But I need to bolt this to the trailer before I can bolt this down inside and hook up my piping and stuff. So I'm going to call that a wrap on this video until I can get my trailer in here and do some modifications to it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.